See. How's this for our first warbler of the day at the first stop of the day? Blackburnian Warbler, what a stunner. Throat can look very, very orange or sometimes more yellowish. It's interesting. It's one of the few birds named after a woman. Anna Blackburn was a well-known naturalist and entomologist in the 1700s. She loved everything. She had her own little museum in England. She was a contemporary of Linnaeus and wrote to him often. She taught herself Latin. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I was excited, and I'm going to build a little suspense here and reveal what the number 2 warbler of the day was later in the video. Stay tuned. Welcome to Warbler-palooza. It is June 21st. I'm going to go see how many warblers I can find today and videotape and record. So there's 20 species that nest in the Sax-Zim Bog. Let's see if we can get 10. Okay, let's get back to the warblers. Almost anywhere in the bog you're going to find this breeding warbler. You rarely see that red crown, but its voice, pizza, 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 eat, 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 pizza, 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 eat, 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 is distinctive. We got a Nashville, one of many poorly named warblers. This one named for the city it was discovered in. Yellow lady slippers are a little past prime. Must be time for the showy lady slippers. Northern Parula. It's the dawn song of the black and white warbler. Blackburnian. Eastern wood pewee, black-cap chickadee, white-throated sparrow. Let's get the video camera out. This northern Parula is doing a little variation on its upward slurred buzzy call. I love their kind of rainbow of colors across their chest. You'll often find them in tall spruces near water. They make a nest built out of lichens, out of old man's beard, usnea lichens. Mourning Warbler is a highly sought-after bird in the Sax-Zim Bog. They're not that common in migration, and they only breed in the United States along the northern tier of states from Minnesota to Maine. And so a lot of folks love to find them, and they're not that hard to find. You know their song. Yeah, they're responsive to tapes. They've got personality plus. Sometimes confused with Connecticut's, but note no big white eye ring on this guy. Weesey. Black and white warblers in the bark gleaning guild with nuthatches and brown creepers, found in more deciduous and mixed forests. I did find a northern water thrush, but sadly this is the only video I got. You have to really use your imagination. But loud song. Often confused with Connecticut Warblers, so make sure you know the difference. Witchety, witchety, witchety. Common yellowthroat, very common, but often hard to see. Skulks down in the wet, brushy areas. It's got that cool Batman or a robber mask. Very common resident. Not always easy to see. If you pish, they will come out, but just for a few seconds. Pretty neat bird when it's out in the open. This one's got a caterpillar. I was using my Tascam recorder and what my kids call the Yeti arm, which is a Sennheiser shotgun mic, to record the bird songs. Yeah, just another layer of things to do on top of trying to get video. Teacher, teacher, teacher. Named for the domed ground nest that they make, kind of like an old-time clay bake oven. We still don't have yellow warbler, which is not that it's not that common in the Sax-Zim Bog. Seat, 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 cheddar, cheddar, wheat. Yellow warblers can most easily be found on the south end of Admiral in that brushy, wet areas. Underrated warbler for sure. Oh, trying to get video of warblers is not easy. And I guess I knew that. But yeah, just getting little snippets of some species and better stuff of other species. But I think I'm up to about 10 now, and I've seen a couple others that I have not been able to get any clips of. But yeah, we're still going up to like Zim Rec, McDavitt Rec area for pine warbler. No Cape May yet. Red start I've heard but not seen. What's that? You definitely need to know their regular "Please, Please, Please to Meet Ya" song. They also have an alternate song that you need to know because they often give it. Magnolia warbler, and they are nowhere near any magnolias in the North Woods. But what a stunning bird. Look for them in areas where there's younger spruce and conifers. Weedy, weedy, weedy-o. Weedy, weedy, weedy-o. I'm on the cut-across road between McDavitt and Admiral, listening for Canada warbler. This is a good spot for Canada warbler and Mourning Warbler. Black and white, the magnolia, no Canada yet. It's a nice day, probably low 70s for a high today, and June 21st. But the flies are out. Not many mosquitoes left, but deer flies and horse flies are starting. Yay. Hey, I just want to quickly tell you that the Bog Bio Blitz is coming up, number 11, Bog Bio Blitz 11. And it's a great opportunity to get out in the field with folks who are experts in their field. And yeah, learn something about critters other than birds and flora and fauna. So we're going to have field trips to spiders. Yeah, I'm going to take the spider group. I love spiders. We're going to have all kinds of field trips. And the fun thing is go out at 9, come back at 2, and then everybody shares their finds. And that's really the fun part. Hear the stories, see what people found, if they found anything rare, added to our biodiversity list, which is at 3,200 plus species. Yeah, that's July 8th, Saturday, July 8th. We'd like you to register online. It's a free event. And there is my Canada warbler. Okay, I'll tell you more about the BioBlitz in a minute. We got to get this Canada warbler. Here's the Canada. They like this real dense, brushy stuff. Let's see if we can get them to pop out. I have no mnemonic device for remembering this song. It's just a really quick, sweet jumble of notes. Often they're in very dense, brushy areas, usually deciduous with some mixed conifers. And finally, a warbler that's got a decent, not great, but decent name, Canada Warbler. I like it. Much better than Palm Warbler, Magnolia Warbler, on and on and on. Tennessee Warbler. Look who I ran across on McDavitt Road in his Finnish style. What do you call that thing?
A kickmobile, but we call it our Zimmobile. It's a noiseless way of getting around. It takes a little more effort, but you can hear birds very easily here.
There's our rose-breasted grosbeak, yeah.
I had an alder flycatcher land about 15 feet in front of me here. We saw a grouse dusting itself, and then there were several snipe calling the other day, and we came up on a woodcock walking across the road, and it's doing its...
Yeah.
That was neat.
Their funky walk.
But a lot of warblers, you have to come up here. You have to sometimes just sit tight. We had a hooded merganser nesting in our wood duck box at our Zabin, named for our Zim cabin by my grandson. And just a wonderful variety of different kinds of birds. Warblers, obviously.
Are you going to the BioBlitz? You've been to BioBlitzes before. What's
been to several.
Yeah, why would people want to go to a BioBlitz?
Well, if you like sedges, grasses, fish, birds, trees, you come here, and there's experts in every field, and these are truly experts. A few of them are rather energetic.
Didn't you go with Sam? Leaf miners, galls, burls, and plant diseases and stuff like that, right? Rusts and...
I did.
How was that?
Oh, that was wonderful. I found out a lot of things I did not know. See them every day, but I didn't know.
Yeah, yep.
And that was really eye-opening for me.
And he's going to be back this year, so...
Oh, he'll be really good. He found a whole bunch of new varieties for the bog.
I mean, that's the thing, is you'll go away from the BioBlitz learning something new and hearing some fun stories. The St. Louis River flows into Lake Superior. These big spruces along the river are a great place to listen for Parula. They're almost always in tall spruces near water. And we got ours this morning in some spruces near Lake Nichols. And there's the pine warbler in pines. How appropriate. Let's go get a little video of them. Really liquid trill, not dry like a chipping sparrow. And where do you come in the Sax-Zim Bog? Well, one of the best spots is Norway Ridge Road. It's got big red pines and white pines, which is the habitat for the pine warbler. Interestingly, they were one of our first warblers to come back in spring, second or third. Yellow-rumped is always first. You get warbler neck with these pine warblers. Up there. That black-throated green won't come out and play. Maybe I'll give it one more try. Ji Juji, just one of the buzzy songs of this beautiful warbler. Listen for it, especially near cedars. They always love cedars. Can be almost anywhere where there's dense conifers. The name black-throated green is a little misleading. It's more of a greenish yellow, but that would be a really long name. Black-throated greenish yellow warbler. It's almost noon. Yeah, I think we got close to in the teens. I'm going to add them up here. Sax-Zim Bog is a great place for warblers. You need to know your songs, though. That is crucial. That is critical. And hopefully you can use some of those mnemonic devices I gave you today. Fun day. I don't know if there's anything more frustrating, though, than trying to get video of these warblers. Yikes. And I forgot my video memory cards, extra ones, because I filled up the first one by like 9 a.m. So I had to shoot a little lower quality video the rest of the morning. But by my count, we got video of 15 species of warblers and another 3 or so that we saw but did not get video of. I heard one golden winged early on, but it was kind of far off. I'm like, I'll skip that one, and I should have stayed with that guy. And no Cape May today. They're tough here anyway in the summer. Yeah, fantastic day. Oh, I almost forgot. We've got to go back in our Sax-Zim Bog time machine to our most exciting find of the day, our number 2 warbler of the day. Here it is. We've got at least 2 Connecticut warblers. Connecticut right here. Oh man, they are hard to see. Right there. And I've gotten just little bits of video of them, but man, they are tough to see. They get tucked into the tamarack branches. And second warbler of the day. This is really the number 1 bird most serious birders want to see in Sax-Zim in the summer. Rarely seen in migration, and in the United States it can only be found nesting in Minnesota, some in Wisconsin and Michigan as well. But yeah, rare bird and secretive. Way back in those tamarack bogs. Loves tamarack in our part of the woods. Further west in Canada, there you'll find them in upland aspen, which is interesting. Not bad getting the Connecticut as the second bird of the day. Unfortunately, they've declined over the years. Harder and harder to find. Although there is some pockets deep in the woods. Researchers from the Smithsonian and the Natural Resources Research Institute in Duluth have found a cluster way west off of McDavitt, long bushwhack. And yeah, we're actually trying to buy that land. So it's supposed to close in 2024. Of course, we could always use a little help in raising funds for this purchase. Very critical bird conservation wise, and they need big tracts of tamarack, and that's what we're trying to preserve. Yeah, stay tuned on that one. Stay tuned. I'm going to share some of the trials and tribulations of trying to get warblers on video, as well as the superstar bird of the day. But yeah, we didn't do too bad. 15 species of warblers. Sax-Zim Bog has 20 species, arguably 22, sometimes Tennessee, rarely Wilson's. Well, black-throated blue has been summered over too. But of the 20 regular breeding species, we saw or heard 18 of them, and only 2 were not heard or seen today, Cape May and Palm. I know where Palm was, but I had to get home to make this video. Cape May is a tough one. Superstar bird of the day is going to be that Connecticut Warbler. Yeah, for sure. They've been kind of scarce this year, at least close to the roads. You see them, you can see them with your binoculars. Between the time you take your binoculars down and try and get your face in the viewfinder, they're gone. Frustrating. And just trying to find one of these winged jewels through your camera lens is tough. And then when you get on them, boom, they fly away or get behind a branch like this Connecticut, or a bigger branch like this Connecticut, or some needles like this Connecticut, or some maple leaves like this pine warbler. Or your camera focuses on leaves and not the warbler, and then it flies behind a stick, and then your camera focuses on the stick. So, yeah, that was an oven bird. We want to see at the BioBlitz, July 8th. That would be fantastic. Broaden our horizons beyond birds, for sure. All right, take care. Keep your feet hoofing it down the road after that next warbler, and keep your head up in the way up for those pine warblers anyway. All right, take care.